Hi guys, I just wanted to let you know that I'm planning on doing a vlog over this Spookathon. The Spookathon that started today, well, last night at 12 p.m. or a.m. And yeah, I didn't get to read anything during the night because I have a full-time job and I start at 8 and I have half an hour drive to work, so I get up pretty early and yeah. Um, I tried to read something this morning, but I only read like 20 pages or something, and because I had about half an hour, I think 25 pages. Um, and then I've listened to the rest of the audio that I was working on before the Spookathon, which was Ship of Destiny by Robin Hobb. It's a really long audio, and I was so close to finishing it. I only had 1 hour and 15 minutes left, so I decided to. No, wait, 1 hour and 20 minutes, I think. So I decided to listen to the rest of it, and then also while I did cook dinner, so I finished it. Yeah, pretty much before I sat down to get dinner, and then I've picked up Girl in 6E by A.R. Tor. I have currently only read, I think, 50 or so pages, 58 pages, so really not a lot, and it's now 8:30 p.m. I decided to start reading at around 6:30. So yeah, you can see that I've been quite distracted by other things, TV and checking up on YouTube and Twitter and Goodreads. So yeah, so far not going super well, but I'm overall on about 100 pages so far if I count the audio pages. The audio is a 900 pages book, and I listened to it on a 1.5 speed, so it didn't take as long. And so 1 hour and 20 minutes, apparently it's about 48 pages, so I'm excited getting to know a little more about this book. It's hard to say what I think of it so far, as I'm only 50 pages in, but it's definitely kind of fast paced. The chapters are pretty short, and there's a lot of different perspectives, so it changes a bit. I didn't know that was gonna happen. I'm interested in seeing how this is gonna go. But so far, not a lot has happened. It's basically just introducing us to the character, Diana Madden, and I don't know what sort of mystery this is gonna add. I'll get back to reading, and we'll see how much I have read tomorrow. I will do an update, maybe in the morning. I'm not sure. Anyway, bye. Hi guys. It's now day 2. I didn't get to do an update this morning. I was running a little late, and so I wanted to do an update on how I ended up doing last night, and I ended up reading a total of 174 pages, so not a whole lot. That includes 96 pages of Girl in 6E, and then I read a short story in Slasher Girls and Monster Boys. I read the first story in that one, which was like 27 pages. So when I listened to the audio, which was like 48 minutes. Apart from that, this morning I read another 16 pages in this one before going into work. That's why I ended up being a little late, because I read a little more than I intended to. And then I've been listening to an hour and something today of the audio of The American Girl. There hasn't been a lot of things happening. I see things from 2 perspectives. One from an interviewer from America who's there to try to figure out what's happened to this girl, who's an American exchange student in France. Something has happened to her. There's a lot of secrecy about it, and it's happened in a really small town in France, and It's hard to tell how I like it so far. But I'm starting to really like The Girl in 6E. There's a little more substance to it now. It's still going pretty fast, and hopefully I'll get a good chunk into this tonight. And I'll also like to read a few more short stories in Slasher Girls Monster Boys, if I can get it in. And yeah, those are my plans for right now. So yeah, just a quick update to tell you how I've been doing. And I just got home from work. I have my coffee here. It's not Starbucks because we don't have a Starbucks, so it's just by the petrol station. But it's what I can get, so it's going to help me. I'll see you later. Hey, again, just a quick update of how I've been doing tonight. I've been reading some more in The Girl in 6E. It's starting to become really interesting. I'm about halfway through with it now. I plan on still reading a couple of pages until I fall asleep. It's now 10:30 p.m. I've sort of been reading and watching a football match. It's not always easy to do that, but I needed to watch that Champions League match, so yeah. And then I've also read a story in Slasher Girls and Monster Boys, which was called In the Forest Dark and Deep, and it was sort of an Alice in Wonderland retelling, or take on Alice in Wonderland, at least with a tea party and all that. It was pretty creepy, and I actually really thought it was really good. The first one was a little... the first story in this one, I wasn't super excited about that one. It was okay, but it was not like blowing me away. But this was super creepy, and just what I was thinking this sort of short story collection was gonna be like. And yeah, I can't wait to see some more stories from this one. I think I'll be reading maybe a story tomorrow before I head to work, because I feel like I could read one in the morning before I go to work, because yeah, that feels like then I don't have to stop reading like The Girl in 6E. I don't know which story is next. I'm really not good at, I've seen a lot of people just skipping between the stories, whatever they want to read first. I don't know what it is, but I can't seem to read anything out of order. It's the same with series, even if I've been told that I can easily read other books before it, I just can't. I have to read everything in order. So that's also why I'm reading each story as they come in the order that they come in this book. I actually haven't read anything by Carrie Ryan before. I've never heard about the first one, Nova Rensuma. I've never heard of her. Carrie Ryan is the author of The Forest of Hands and Teeth, right? I'm really interested in seeing where this is gonna go. Yeah, but I'm gonna head off to bed now since it's pretty late and I still have to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'll see if I can read for half an hour or an hour or something more and see how much I can get done. And then we'll see tomorrow how my reading will go then. Hopefully I'll be able to finish Girl in 6E tomorrow. And then a few couple of short stories. Yeah, this was an update for now. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye! I just wanted to give you a quick update before I go to work. It's gonna be really quick because I'm already a little late. But I ended up reading another 30 or so pages, so I ended up on 184 total yesterday. And then I've just finished a short story this morning by Kate Ryan, I think. And it was sort of a historical set ghost story. I think it was set in the First World War, but it was good. And now I need to get off to work, and I'll let you know what I'm gonna plan on doing when I get home. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back again. I thought it was time to do an update because it's now 9:15 in the evening, obviously. I haven't been reading a lot today, and it's not because I don't want to, because this book is getting so good, guys. I am pretty close to finishing it now. I have less than 100 pages left, I think. So it's really coming together now, and it's definitely super interesting. I like the concept, I like the plot, and I think the characters are pretty interesting. And I'm definitely interested in seeing where this is gonna go, how it's all gonna turn out in the end. But I think Diana's got it all figured out at the moment, but I don't know how she's gonna get there. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. I've also read another story in Slasher Girls and Monster Boys, the one by Lee Bardugo, and it's not as good as I'm used to by her. I've really enjoyed the Grisha trilogy, but this one, I think I gave it close to a 4 stars, so it's not bad at all. But it was definitely not what I would have expected from her beforehand. I'm about 100 pages into this one, so about 30% through, and I'm really enjoying the short stories. I'm planning on trying to finishing this tonight before I go to bed, because I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so I can stay up a little later to read. And I'm actually not super tired at the moment, so yeah. And if you want to know why I haven't been reading a lot, it's difficult when I love books, but I'm also a very major sports freak. So I see a lot of sports. I watch a lot of sports. And when I got home today, I knew that Caroline Wozniacki is playing a tournament in the WTA tour, and she had to play a match, but I didn't know when, if I was gonna be able to watch it, because I work until 4:30, and I'm not on home until about 5:30ish, depending on if I'm gonna go past a grocery shop on the way home. And so when I got home, she was playing the last set in the match. It was the third set. There was this one that got into a third set. She ended up winning, so it was nice. But I had to watch it. I tried to read a little bit when there was breaks and stuff, but yeah, that was like 3 or 4 pages, and then I'll be back at watching tennis again. And then afterwards, just as that stopped, there was a handball match. I love handball, and my favorite team, the local team from Holstebro, where I live, they were playing against another team, obviously, and it was a super close match. Sadly, we ended up losing with 2 goals, but we were close to winning the whole tournament last year. So we're a great team, but we have a lot of new players that had to be get used to playing on the team, and all those things. But I definitely enjoyed watching the game. It was super entertaining. But I do feel like it would have been fair if they both gotten points from this, because definitely the opponent team deserved point as well, because they were so amazing as well. A great game, and then after that, I had to watch the Great Danish Bake Off. Yeah, there's a Danish version of the Great British Bake Off, and I absolutely love it. I think it's even better than the British one, because I feel like the challenges that they're put through are a lot harder, but that's my opinion. So I just finished watching that, and so now I can focus on reading, and that's my plans. I hope you've all been doing okay. I'm hoping I'll be able to finish this before this day's over. So I have 3 hours for that, but I should be able to, because it's not even 100 pages. So, but I'll get back with you tomorrow probably. I don't think I'll be able. Maybe I'll check in before I go to bed. We'll see. Depends on how tired I am. But yeah, bye. I finished it. I just finished this book. I finished The Girl in 6E. I overall really liked it. There were some things where I thought that some things wasn't completely resolved, but mostly I enjoyed the read, and it was a great pace, and I like that the sort of relationships between the main characters, I enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue this series though. I'm gonna have to think about that. But I did really like this, and I do recommend that you try it out. If you find the plot interesting, I think you'd like it. But if you think that explicit sex scenes or sexual content is not something for you, then I think this should not that it's heavy on romance, sex, but because of her job as a cam girl, there's a lot of explicit scenes where she's talking about her cam sessions, and that takes up a lot of the book. So if that's not something you like, then I think this wouldn't be for you. But this is just a heads up. I liked it, and yeah, I'm tired, so I'm probably gonna get to bed now. It is 11:35, I think, p.m. So half an hour till midnight, but I'm tired, and I want to try and get up at my usual time on a work day tomorrow so I can read from the morning and then get something done. Then I have to drop off the car, and then I'll probably walk to my parents' house as it's pretty close to where my car is getting checked out. So I can walk there and spend the time there until I can pick up the car again, and then probably I'll end up having dinner with my parents. I'm not sure, because I feel like if I'm staying there for the whole day and they don't see me, they'll probably be pretty sad about that. So we'll see what I decide on. But yeah, plan on taking a book with me there so I can work on that while I'm waiting around. I'm so tired right now. I'll try and see if I can squeeze in another short story, but as of right now, I'm so tired I don't think I'll be able to focus on that. I've become so bad at reading. I've become so bad at reading books before bed. I used to be able to read a lot, but now I read like a couple of pages and I'm so tired that I want to fall asleep. So I read a lot more in the mornings before I go to work. I'm happy with the progress today. I've read about 140 pages in this one, I think. And then the short story in this was one like 28 pages, I think. And then the 50 pages of my audio, which is also pretty interesting right now, actually. I really like the narrator. The narrator is the same one who narrates the Wait For You series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And I've come to really enjoy her narration, so I was pleasantly surprised about that. I hadn't checked up who was narrating it before I started the audio, so that was good. And it switches point of views between Quinn, who is the girl who, the American exchange student who was hurt, but it is said, when you see her perspective, that was before this terrible thing happened to her, what leads up to it. And then we see it from the journalist's point of view, who went there to sort of dig up clues about what happened, while Quinn is unconscious and not really able to tell anything. And a lot of things, mysterious things are happening, and people are holding their hands over other people because of this being a really small town, and they don't just turn a blind eye to things. And that's, I think small town settings are so interesting because there can be so many different issues in those small towns. There's always some odd people living in a small town, and they all know each other, and it's always the same and all that. I think that's always super nice to follow. But yeah, enough about that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.